don't know where to stand because the light is so intense there. You see me and you hear me? Yeah? You hear me in the back?
Yes.
Yeah? My name is Anneli Altonen-Krantz. I work as a manager at Inuti and artistic leader. I have been working at Inuti since 2003. So it's a long time, 12 years in August. Inuti is, it means inside, within. And one of our artists, when we started the foundation in 1996, he said, "My pictures, they are inside of me. And I want it to come out. I want to share it with people. I want to share it with an audience." So that's how Inuti skapades. We started up Inuti because of that guy who wanted his picture from the inside to the outside. And Inuti is a foundation, and it's a non-profit organization, and we in the board, I'm also in the board, and we are working to make people with disabilities creativity and make it grow. That's our main uppgift. That's what we do. We have now 1, 2, 3, 4 studios in Stockholm. The last studio started 4 weeks ago, and we have had a long queue with people who wanted to come to Inuti, and we have had to say, no, sorry, we have no studio places, but now we have. So it's fantastic. We have more than 50 artists. They are between 18 and 65 years old. And they come from all over Stockholm. They travel all over Stockholm to come to our studio. We work with different materials: painting, drawing, textile, photo, digital art, performance art, etc. We are not going to show from our activities here, because we concentrate upon the exhibition here and our 2 artists who are here. So we have been taking photos from downstairs to show here, and they will make presentation of their art pieces. And well, I think we start there. And Magnus, welcome.
What shall I stand? Hello, my name is Magnus Östling, and I am 40 years old, and I work in...
Just one. So you don't need to...
Hello, everyone.
Hello.
My name is Magnus, and I'm working at Inuti since 1996, and I am 40 years old. This is a little bit of a geography lesson in Sweden. It's from different places in Sweden. I embroidered it self with cross stitch and after stitches. I think that this pictures is very fantastic for myself. It's very, I feel me a very patriotic to my country. I will make, and I print it out from internet and embroider it on this small size of fabrics.
I thought about telling that it's a work in progress, maybe.
Yeah, I'm not done with it yet. It's maybe 30 pieces in this, and it's only 10 now. So it's 20 more.
So next time when you see it, it will be more crowded with embroideries.
Yeah.
Ska du dra upp den lite grann?
Så.
Du behöver inte hålla den. Alltså den ser så obekväm ut. Ja.
This is an example of my broderies. It's from my hometown, Stockholm. It's our city hall in the sunlight.
And the black spots, what is it?
It's air balloons. It's very small, but it's very easy to make. And this is from the very famous ice hotel in Sweden. It's called Jukkasjärvi Ice Hotel. The whole hotel is made by ice. You can live in the rooms on an ice bed with reindeer and a sleeping bag. Yeah. And the scooters in the north of Sweden, they're having a sort of motorbike, but in sledge.
Snowmobile.
What?
Snowmobile?
Yeah. And that I'm printing out from the internet and on the pictures, and then I having a paper and I lots of cross. I made it from pictures to that.
So you transform from a picture to a sketch?
Yeah.
Yeah. And where do you do your embroideries? You have told me you are making them in bed and at home and at work. Everywhere.
Everywhere. And whereas I was home, I sitting on the evening, in front of TV, embroidery, and also at Inuti. And especially with this ice hotel, I was there for 1 week and sculpting in ice. So it was a fantastic materials and so easy and carving in. We are doing sculptures, or it's very fantastic.
So what kind of sculpture did you make in ice?
A head.
A head.
Yeah. In 3-dimensional.
Yeah. A man's head.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you told me about sometimes people think a man is embroidering. You have told me? Yeah. How do you handle that?
I think it's the broderie. Lots of people thinking it's the woman's work. But I think I will be an outsider, for even men can broderie.
And you also told me that brodering is making you calm.
Yeah. Every time I'm sitting with the broderie, I feel me a lot of, I'm calmed down. If I have a bit stressed on the work, I came home, and I sitting down, and I feeling me so, I came down to the earth again.
Yeah.
This is also an example of my broderies. I heard about in Scotland you have a sea monsters in Loch Ness. In Sweden we have it all too. It's called in Swedish Storsjöodjuret, big lake monsters we call it. No one sees it, but they said it's in the sea.
And from where is it?
Östersund.
Up in the north.
Up in the north of Sweden.
And from where is your father?
My father is from Östersund, so I am half from Stockholm and half from Östersund.
Okay. Has he met the Storsjöodjuret?
No.
So you don't know if it's
A true legend or false, I don't know.
Come to Östersund and you'll see for yourself.
This is from one of my mosaics. It's a self-portrait where I was a little boy in the sandbox of my Dare Cave centers. It's 70s or 80s. We have a very famous skiing in Sweden. It's called Ingmar Stenmark. He made a hat or something. So I have one of these. It's a project I have working with relatives or photos. So old photos, black and white photos. So I was home in my parents' home and I picked up some photos from their books or boxes or something. So this is one of the 30 mosaics I have done in this project.
Will you keep on making mosaics with your relatives?
Yeah. Sometime.
Yeah. Could you please tell me when there was a company who bought some of them?
5 of my mosaics, the real estate company has bought to put out in a home for older people. So one day I saw it in TV and they talk about private home and I look at, oh, so nice pictures they have on the walls, and I think, oh, I see them before. It's my mosaics on the wall. I think it was real fun to see how the mosaics are still sitting on the walls. Lots of the older people has related to their own childhood.
And it's a permanent installation?
Yeah, it's a permanent, it's hanging there always. And this is another mosaic. It's from the Slussen in Stockholm. They're going to rebuild this place, and we are invited for Stadsmuseet in Sweden. It's a city museum. And we are invited to be a part of, we do some mosaics or thing for show people how Slussen looks before they're going to rebuild it. So this is a very famous elevators in Sweden. It's called Katarina elevators. And I made it in mosaics and this.
And up here, if you go with the elevator up here, it's a very famous bar called Gondolen. So if you come to Stockholm, you must go there and have a view all over the town and have a good, nice drink. And you can walk here, it's a bridge. Thank you, Magnus.
Hello, I'm Hannah, and I have worked at Inuti in 10 years, and I like to work in textiles, but now I will do something else. In our studio we have hard to sit down to a long time, so then we have smart movements, and it's a lot of things you're making cross, and it's very good for the brains between the half and right part to get together. And we have also got the idea from a woman, Susanne Walmersjö, and she is a gymnastic physiologist, and she's also making research. And we have also made a little book about it. And to make the book about the movements, we have got a scholarship from the Autism Foundation in Sweden. So now I want, if it's possible, to you to stand up.
I just want to tell you that Hanna and some of our artists often are invited to learn about this project, Smart Movements. And you have to observe the art. We have made it in big letters.
Yeah.
So it's movements that is good for your artwork.
Yeah, you will make better art when you do it. So you can take your left hand on your right knee. It's also good when you're sitting, but maybe better when you stand. And then you take the right hand to the left leg.
Yeah. Are you tired already?
Yeah, and then we have something good for the eyes. It's all good to see. And then you hold your hand with the thumb up a little in front of your face, and then you make a big 8 holding down. And then you should look at the thumb, so the eyes will go in 8s, like this.
Make an 8, a lying 8.
And then you will be happy when the hand is going up in the middle.
And we change hands?
Yes.
So you train your eyes if you concentrate on the movement. There is a lot of muscles around the eye. Small muscle.
Now we have a last one, and it's to make a lying 8 with the arm bow. You have your hand to your shoulder, and then you make like 8s.
Lying 8.
Lying 8. And then you can change the arm and that.
Just lost the plot. Not if you're left-handed.
Yes. Now you feel much better.
When we use these movements in our daily activity, we use it, for example, if we have a meeting, then we take a break in the middle, and then we make some movements, and then we keep on the meeting. And since we started with this, it's a big difference of the quality in the meeting. It's so much better, much more concentrated. And if we have for example, in a situation like this, a conference or something, we put it in small blocks. And we have it every Wednesday for 30 minutes. Then we have a lot of movements, one by one, like this. And we have had it for maybe, how many years? 5, 6 years? Yeah. And it has really good effect. I think you can, I don't know if it's the name in English, Smart Movements, because there is an English translation of the book. Anyhow, you can search on the internet or come to Stockholm and buy the book. What else? It's time for you, Karina. Welcome.
Hello everybody again. My name is Karina and I am 31 years old, and I have been Inuti since 8 years, and in August it will be 9 years soon. You already know my works. There I do lots of sheep wools and sculptures a lot. I also like to painting and everything. I also like to experiment things, other materials and lots of things. I don't really know what is my thing I like almost to do, but often my artist friend says, you are very good to sculpting a lot. Of course, with the wool and the ceramics and kind of like that. So I think that is my passion, but I always like also to to try to learn other art things and experiment to sculptures, materials and kind of like that. So, but now I have my wools and sculptures here to show you, and you already know them and show them, my friends, and from my heart on how I love to sculpture my things and experiment myself with the colors and with abstract and kind of like that. Is often my personality of me, to show me. I like colors a lot, every color on the rainbow and lots of things.
Could you tell me what the name of this artwork?
I have called these two. The over is called from Michael Jackson's title Black and White, and the other is Rainbow Bright, because it's so many colors. So I call that was fame to have them both to show you. I can do not the old color or the black and white color. Also, I like to do.
And what can we see?
You can see our footsteps on the
Ladder.
The two ladders. It's one ladder, but I want to show the black and white and also the color steps also with that. And it's beginning when one of my brother has experimented me this little small paper first, and after that I tried to do it bigger to do that. So he spared me a little bit about that thing, but I have my fantasy how I'm going to do them, how big it's going to be, how the color is going to be. So it was that, and also it was also in Inuti had also this
We had a big theme exhibition with the theme Jacob's Ladder, so everybody was working with the same themes.
So my brother was experiencing me from first one, this one, and after that I want to have colors on the other, have two sides of them. And you know my friends, my fantasy friends. The huvudperson is Mrs. Katie. Over there, the caterpillar was the first one I have made, and after that I want to do also her friends also too. I'm not finished with the old friends yet, and her three sisters and her best friend and that, but I'm going to fix them when I come home to do the other friends. Kitty was my really first experiment when I was really sick kid and laying in hospital a long time ago. I was very sick then. But after that I also, this cartoon movie experiment me with the colors and sculptures and and like that. So she is always have been with me since I was a little kid and want to be an artist, painting and sculptures and kind of like that. So the fantasy has beginning because of this starting first, and also my grandpa, of course.
And they have been your friends since you were a small girl?
They were my best friends first.
Yeah.
When I was feeling alone on the hospital, so they were my fantasy friends from my head and my dreams, and starting to growing like a flower up to be my artist. Now I am then, not from now. I must say once more, the three animals on the back, they don't have a name on the film, but I have a fantasy call their names by myself. The blue one is Tony, the pink is Loa, and Leon is the lilac. I always want to say that.
And I just have to add that this is fantastic work because you know it's like wool, just soft wool, and she's picking it with small needles, just like this, and it takes hours, and they are so tight, and it's I can't believe that it's possible to make it and to have that patience as you have when you make it. And now another example.
You already like my elephant, Mrs. Elephant, and I love elephant because they are my favorite animal. You always have been my favorite animal when I was the kid in my first teddy toy, and they are also my lucky animal. Also, the white elephants, most of them, and I have many elephants at home. I cannot remind how many I have or how many things I have because I like them so very much. I cannot think how many I have. So I'm sorry I cannot tell you that, but I like them so very much. And my Mrs. Elephant, I also have the head. Dry wool and with soap with the ears I have. So I have experimented the head also a little bit, and you know I have she had doll eyes, brown doll eyes, and that. You really know her. But the husband is home in Sweden, so he cannot come home.
We take the next.
You see the eye, of course, I just said before.
Here is the eye.
I mean, here is, I'm sorry. There is my eye. And I like it. It feels like a real elephant for me. But that I want to express myself, and I'm proud of that, really proud of that.
Is it a doll's eye, or where did you get the eye?
It is doll eyes, and I forgot what they call eyelashes.
Yeah.
With globe on the over and the under of them. So that's how I doing the eye. I just experiment that and try to glad that it's hold thing up. And you know the husband also on the picture. Sure, there with her, with the whole body of her, of course, in there, because she had all her head now, only the head now. But I can tell you, it's not sheep wool not the whole body. It is the head and the arms I only have, and the neck and that only, and the other I have a skeleton.
Body?
Ja, dockkropp.
Jaha. Doll's
A
body.
doll. I'm sorry, I'm not so good to speak English to that part. The body doll she had, and he don't have no like that, but have trådar.
Is it metal or?
Trådar och hänger för det inte.
Hoppar jag.
Forget it, I just don't remember. I'm sorry, I cannot say it in English.
But maybe you could talk about the wedding.
Well, it is not the wedding, but for me, first time it was there were two couple he want to say, will you have a dance with me on the ball? And they fall in love, and after that they are love like up to the sky, the clouds, and many love up there, and after that they are married also, I think.
So is this a wedding photography?
I think it's my first thought was the ball dating, the first in the school year, but you can call it like the bride also if you want to, that instead also if you want to, it's no problem for me.
And have you been showing this sculpture before? Because now it's a photo, it exists in a reality in our studio.
Yes, I have once time before, but I can tell you also the sculpture is not only my have made alone. I have our friend Miriam at home helping me together with me to do this together with me. So we show together experiment about that. I have my idea, she have our ideas, but I have doing the head and the arms and which color I want to have on the clothes, and her sister also helped me to machine with bride's bride's dress. Yeah. So this is not the original dress because it's going to fin it up. I'm sorry, I'm a little bit nervous.
But this sculpture has been to a very big exhibition in a museum art hall with the theme of clouds. So it was in the center of this big exhibition, and it's a full-size elephants dancing, and well, it was so fantastic that some of the people in the audience, they started to cry. Yeah,
I can tell you, my dad I never seen crying. It was the first time for me. Mom told me I miss it. He crying a tear when I was missing there, and he crying also when he drive car going home.
yeah.
So I missed the both of them. And my mom has felt when she saw that Anneli told me I missed it also.
Yeah.
So they are very proud of me, and I'm glad. First time I've been giving them that, wow, can you do this also too, like Grandpa and the other family? That's amazing. So they are very glad for me and proud of me, and I am that too.
Thank you, Karina. We are two minutes, more than 30 minutes, and thank you very much. Thank you for everything. It's fantastic for us to be here we will never ever forget this happening, and hope to see you all again, and welcome to Stockholm, of course.